Okay, pleasant good evening to the in-house audience and to those who are watching online. Sorry for the short delay. Okay, but I would like you please to wait. It would not be a long teaching at all, and please especially wait until the illustration part. Right, my name is Ambukile Adio. Right, I'm a teacher for the past 28 years, also an entrepreneur, an inventor, among other things. The purpose of the teaching today is to alert and enlighten my audience to the absolute necessity to discover their purpose. The background for this topic. Many persons in the light of the Black Lives Matter organization demands for redress for setbacks from systemic racism practices have turned the discourse inwards, asking the group what are they doing about problems such as teenage pregnancy, drug abuse, and black-on-black violence. Now, I agree with the Black Lives Matter movement to seek redress in those areas. They are seeking redress which will ultimately uplift those black communities. However, I also see the need for elders in the African communities, and I see myself as one of those elders to provide guidance and teachings which would enable those in the African communities to be delivered and healed from the social maladies. There are some things which must be done by us. If I quote Bob Marley, free yourselves from mental slavery, none but yourselves can free your mind. So some things we need to do for ourselves. Right, so the theme of today's lecture, as you would have received, is what is your purpose? And let me start, this is part 5, let me start by giving you a definition of purpose. This is from the source, dictionary.com. A reason for which something exists or is done or made, used, etc., an intended or desired result. Biblical definition, the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. Purpose, therefore, gives focus and energy to an individual, a group or an organization, or a community. An organization's purpose is manifested in its vision and mission statements. And if serious attention is not paid to its purpose, that organization would fail. Example, why would you start a business? Right? And I suppose that I'll get one particular answer immediately when I ask that question. Anybody in the audience will want to tell me one time, why would you start a business? Let me see if I'm wrong with the answer that I would get. You started for? Make a profit? Right. And that is what over 75% of people would say. However, you have to be cognizant of the fact that within 5 years of starting a business, the business don't normally make any profit. So therefore, if your purpose to start a business is to make a profit, and it's not making any profit, you will actually have to fold up that business. Because the purpose is not being realized, right? And that is in keeping with the research. The research says that over 75% and more of businesses fail in the first 5 years. Relate that to the purpose, right? So their purpose was to make a profit. They didn't make the profit, so the business failed. That's how significant profit is. Purpose is. Now, think about it. That is a business. What about people's lives? Could people fold up their lives? Okay, but to help us understand what will happen with people's lives, in this part here, we are going to be looking, we are doing a small illustration, right? Again, which will further illustrate purpose. So we'll shift to this table and shift to 2 jugs. A matter of fact, when you look at jugs, the first thing you ask yourself, what is the purpose of that jug? And the obvious answer will be to hold some form of liquid, right? Well, the liquid we are going to be using today is water. So let's see this jug. Right, I call this jug 1. Okay, we are using jug 1. Okay. So, this is jug 1. There's a reason for it being in the bowl. We'll find out just now. Okay, we are going now to jug number 2. Okay, I want to show you something now. Watch this with jug number 2. Okay, we are going to offer some members of the audience a drink. Thank you. Yeah. Great. So this is jug number 2. Let's go back to jug number 1. Of course, what's the purpose? To hold water. So watch him now. Yeah. Say, give me, boy. Pour it on, pour it on. My purpose is to hold water. Pour more, pour more. You know what this fella remind me of? There are some people, they call them possessors. Right? Say, just give me, man. Gold chain, 10 gold chain. Too big as the band, all the brands, give me, man, pour it up. That's my purpose, man. I have to look good. Yeah, he's looking good, watch him. His purpose is to receive. He's only receiving. Look at him, man. Right, he's overflowing. Just pour more now, man, pour more. That's why I come in for the world to do. Pour water into me. That's my purpose. Right, and there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. Right, overflowing. Good? Right, so let us summarize this whole event here. All right, our purpose. Now, initially, we said yes, the purpose of these jugs, their purpose is to hold water. And jug 1 said, yes, that is my purpose, just give me water. But jug 2 said, yes, my purpose is to hold water. and to put it into glasses to serve others. Right? He agreed. He doesn't stop there. In other words, what we are seeing, a purpose is not something that is selfish. It's not a focus inwards. Right? If I go back to the business, remember the business purpose? What most of 75% and more of those people said is to make profit, for us to earn money. Good? We need to change that focus. And if we change that focus, for example, they want to serve others. I want to prepare meals to make people happy and satisfied. And if that was the purpose of that business, after they would have done everything to make people happy, to make people satisfied. And when people are happy and satisfied, they will have been realizing their purpose. And guess what? They will have been realizing a profit also, because people have been telling others about that particular business. Good? So this illustration here, let me return. Again, it will be showing us how important that small word of purpose is, and how we need to define purpose. Right? We need to know exactly what our purpose, what we have been placed here to do as individuals. And the clue from there, example, is it should not be something inward. It should not be focusing inward. Even in God's creation, you notice the sun has a purpose. It shines. It doesn't shine back on itself. It shines on the world. It gives life to the plants. Right? It dries up the ground when rain falls. The rain clouds don't boast and say, look at me. Look how much water I have in me. Eh? I have all this water. No, it bursts and it shares. And it serves mankind. And then that is purpose. Now, I want you to also take another look. You might not have seen it, but as I go back to the example. Now look at the Zessa drug. You notice? Look at that face. He has a frown. He could never be happy. Wow. Okay, now look at the other one. Yeah? Look at the one who is serving. Let's say he's the blesser. He's serving. Look at. Right? He's smiling. He's happy because he is fulfilling purpose. Right? And that's one of the problems that we'll have in our communities. Good? People who are consumed, who have no purpose, and are just consuming things on themselves, could be very unhappy. The only joy that they get is from people talking about them. Hey, look how much gold chain he have, boy. And that makes them feel good. But the inner peace and the inner joy, they would not experience because they are not fulfilling purpose. Right? And although this fella is given, look, he'll reach low, you know, but guess what will happen? Since he is fulfilling purpose, he will never run dry. He'll be, right? So this is how important now, and how does this apply to our societies? I don't know if older people were able to tell us that when there was very little in Trinidad and Tobago, materially, people shared more. And because of that, crime was very, very, very low. Because people were generally happy. Sharing people are happy people, are fulfilled people. But now we have so much. And people are not that happy. Right? Like your partner here, he not happy at all. He vexed with the world. The more he has, the more he gets, the more he consumes on himself, is the more he feels vicious and evil and bad. right? And want to do people bad things. So we are saying to our communities, what we have to change for ourselves is to get to know our purpose. And it's easy to know our purpose. What makes us happy? What makes us fulfilled? What we enjoy doing, right? What we would not drop asleep with. We don't feel bored. We could do it all day. What gives us the most pleasure? That will be a clue to our purpose. But then again, we must remember to redefine that and know it is not to be consumed upon ourselves, but to always share with others. So any definition of our purpose would be incomplete until we bring that part. What are we doing with the blessings, with the giftings that God has given to us? And if it is we are using it to uplift humanity, to uplift our society, then we are fulfilling purpose. Okay? Right, so purpose is never self-centered. Good. Right, now we'll have a final demonstration. But even before I go to that, okay. Right, so although our final demonstration is not as it should have been, but we will get it done. Right, have you asked yourself, what has happened to the overflow? Right? All that resources that went into the bowl there, all that wonderful water that has gone into the bowl, what has become of it? Is it really wasted? Right? And I think I would really like to end with this demonstration, right, and show you what happens. Pay close attention. Right. I am a businessman. I am now transformed, and my name is Mr. Abdul. So here is Mr. Abdul. University education for my children. Holiday in Jamaica. Shares, investments. And hear me now, while Mr. Abdul is doing this, he's singing a song. I love Black Lives Matters. I love black people. I don't know why people want to kill them. There's people spending money like water running down the drain. Listen, man, if it's not for these people, how would I get all this money to go on holiday for university education? Huh? I am not against them. I love these people, man. Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. Right. So Mr. Abdul is using the overflow. After Mr. Zessa, he's Zess, and I wonder what has happened to him. I wonder if his children has gone to any university. I wonder if he took any family members on holiday. I wonder if he has invested in stock and shares, or if he consumed everything on gold chains, ID bands, brand name sneakers, and hats. I really don't know, but I think the audience there will have a great idea. Now, before I leave, before we conclude, I said about 20 minutes, and I think we are just right into that time. We'd like you to subscribe to this channel on YouTube, South Caribbean Media. You'll be getting more of those. I have 2 more to do. And on the 15th of August, we should be doing something here that will be very big called the Legacy of 1970, where you have a lot of the elders from that period who will be describing exactly what took place and the lessons that we should learn from that period. Right? So please tune in, subscribe to South Caribbean Media, and also stay tuned to Carrie Thomas' letter for further productions. As you see, we'll be stepping up and we'll be giving more pertinent information. I also appreciate feedback. You can give feedback via the same South Caribbean Media or on Facebook at carriethomasletter.com. Right? Please send your feedback. Also, like I said, a challenge for people to tell me, what is your purpose? If you hadn't defined your purpose as I've explained here this evening, try and do so and put it up, post it to me. Right? I'm very interested to see how it has affected you, what you have learned from it. Right? So take that challenge over the next 7 days. I want to see people sending me those redefined purposes for their lives. Also, by way of advertisement, I have a store. I'll try to put it up. I'm going to see there. You can see there. Oh, you can see there. Right. This is it's Carrie Thomas store on teespring.com. Here you'll be getting some lovely T-shirts. Again, it will help us to further bring programs and even spread it among more people, because I showed the audience this evening. It's small. I like to have a bigger audience. We like to have greater participation. So please visit the store. There are a number of lovely jerseys or T-shirts, lovely prints, and you'll be supporting a worthwhile cause. So thank you very much for tuning in today, those on Facebook Live, and also those who are looking through South Caribbean Media. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening. Keep safe, and hope to see you soon again. Thanks.